Hey guys, it's Ryan Hightower, Craigslist expert and author of the Ultimate Craigslist Guide. And I'll tell you, most of the emails from readers this week I was able to answer just with short replies. So kind of shooting some different videos this week. Not so much directly Craigslist related, but just some things that were on my mind that do in a roundabout way connect with Craigslist stuff, and I thought I would share. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Dave Ramsey and Financial Peace University, and of course Dave's baby steps to financial security. And probably a lot of you know by now, I mean, this guy's on the radio every day. He's all over the internet. I know that he's got the Financial Peace University going in a lot of the Christian churches. And I'm reminded of a quote that Jim Rohn, before he passed, he says, "No wonder he's rich. Look at everything he does." No wonder he's rich. Look at everything he does. And so, as I look at my own life and I think I didn't have a lot of money, and then I had a lot of money. I had like 70 properties and a net worth of about $3 million at age 30, and then our market stopped and I lost it all. And I look at, since that time, getting back on my feet and rebuilding financially and getting things going again, that, for things to be different this time around, I've got to do something different. And it doesn't take long to figure out that there's still money coming in and it's all going out. And it really is true. It's not what you make, it's what you save. And so I'll post a link to Dave's baby steps, financial baby steps below this video, but I'll go over them real quick with you too. I mean, this guy, they make so much sense if you just tear them apart and put them back together again. I mean, I relate to Dave because he was a real estate guy too, just like me. He went out and helped clients, buyers and sellers, and then started, doing real estate development and flipping his own deals. Same thing, lost it all. The guy sat down and read like every book that was ever written about money. He says, okay, we've got to have a system. There's got to be a way that, we can build wealth over time and keep it. And there's some pretty basic principles. I mean, you got to have a written, realistic budget and stick to it. Not your dream month, not the perfect month if everything went to plan. I mean, a budget that really takes into account real everyday stuff, car repairs and Christmas presents and birthdays and spending money. Not, just you got to have. A family's got to, each person's got to have some money that just is unaccounted for. That is just an amount of money for, my dad used to call it walking around money. And you got to make a list of all your debts in writing. It's the only way we're ever going to get out of debt, is make a list of those in writing. And you got to have a plan. And I'm going to go over his baby steps plan with you real quick, and I'll post it below this video too. I'll find a link to it on his website. I know I've seen it on there before. But the general plan for the money flowing through the plan is going to be the old 10-10-80. Basically, tithe or give 10% off the top, and 10% is going to go into savings, and 80% is going to be to spend on bills and so forth. So 10-10-80, those are great percentages to work with. The tithing and the giving, I mean, it's right on so many levels. It's the right thing to do. If you're a new age or a law of attraction kind of guy, it gets things flowing in that direction. I mean, I really believe that if you're a big giver, that you just put yourself, any way you want to look at it, you just put yourself in a situation to receive more. More will flow through you to them. And so, like I say, I really relate to Dave, and I think that, these steps make so much sense. I mean, step number one is to save $1,000 in an emergency fund. And so we're going to knock out all the debt, and we're going to save for retirement, and we're going to do the college thing here. We're going to pay off the house early. But that first $1,000 in cash in an emergency fund, it's not getting invested anywhere. That is cash that you can put your hands on at any given time. Most people should be able to do that in 30 days or less. It might mean selling something out of the garage or having a yard sale or taking a second job or whatever. $1,000 in the emergency fund, and that is just for that, emergencies. That's not if we're short before a payday. That's, I mean, determine ahead of time what constitutes an emergency, especially between a husband and a wife. A car repair is a great example. You know, picking up a prescription for one of the kids that the money's not anywhere else, that could be an example. Number two, after that's done, is debt snowball. We're going to take the list of debts and put them in order from smallest to greatest, not by interest rate, from smallest to greatest. So if you have a $50 balance on a collection, and then you have $100 on this credit card, and then $2,000 on that credit card, we're going to put them in that order. And the main reason for tackling them in that order is to get some momentum. If we just started out with the $20,000 Visa, it wouldn't seem like we're getting anywhere. But if we knock out 5 or 10 of these small collections or debts, well, now we're getting somewhere, and the momentum, we're going to roll with that momentum. So after the debt snowball, after you've eliminated all your debt except for your mortgage, so including car payments, including student loans, we're going to go back to step one, and we're going to finish building the emergency fund to the tune of about 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. So now you've already got the $1,000 in there, you're already debt free. Now we're going back and fully funding this emergency fund. So this will cover you. I mean, this in itself would create a lot of financial peace for a lot of people. But if somebody loses a job, husband loses a job, or the wife's hours get cut or whatever, you've got that 6 months worth of expenses in there. For me, I mean, that's about $10,000 for me. My overhead's low right now, about $2,000 a month. After that is done, we're going to do, step number 4 is fully fund the retirement fund till we can get to 15% of our income pre-tax. And so you got to remember, that sounds hard off the bat, but once all your debt is gone, all of your debt except the house, you've got just a lot more money available to do these things with. So step 4 is the retirement fund until you get to 15, where 15% is going in there consistently. Then step 5 is the kids' college funds. And so you have to, there's a calculation on a site. You can sit down and look and see, okay, I've got 3 kids, their ages 2, 4, and 6, and they're gonna be going to college when they're 18 or 19. This is what I'll need, 10 years from today. I need to be putting, $200 in this account, $150 in that account, and $75 a month in that account, or whatever. So then that's above and beyond. That college step 5 is above and beyond the 15% for retirement. So you're taking care of your own. First of all, you're debt free, so you can make some traction. You've covered your emergency fund in case something big happens, and you're putting money into your retirement so that you don't put yourself in a situation where the kids are through college, but now you can't retire at 65. So it makes so much sense to take care of them in this order. And then after that is pay off the house early. So, the money that is above and beyond that is to pay off the house early, is step 6. So, and Dave recommends, save and pay cash if at all possible for that first house, especially now. I mean, prices are less than half of what they were. But if you can't, he understands that a lot of people get this bug, and they want to settle and they want to have a house. But his recommendation is, if you have to do it, pay cash first is the best way. The second best way, 15-year fixed mortgage. Nobody should have a 30-year mortgage, especially now. I think rates now I've seen 30-year fixed at 4.75, and I've seen 15-year fixed at 3.75. The money is almost free to borrow, but pay it off in 15 years. So that's his plan. It makes so much sense to me. Dave has seen people come in his office that are, thousands of people come through his office that are house rich, they got their house paid off, and cash poor. They don't have any money to eat, and he's seen it where the kids have a college fund, but the husband and wife don't have any money to retire on. This way really does make sense. You can start from any age. You can start from wherever you're at. And I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan. I mean, this is, I'm talking to myself in this video. I mean, this is a reminder to me that the only way things are going to change this time around is to be diverting some of that income and saving some of that income. Otherwise, it's always going to be a case of more money in and more money out. It doesn't matter if you're making $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000 a month. Again, it just gets spent unless you have a plan for it to do otherwise. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it serves you. If I can help you in any way, leave a comment or contact me, and I'll be happy to help you however I can. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.